Everybody, welcome to That's Good Broncos. I'm Brandon Perna, and the NFL released the schedule for all football playing teams in 2017. And yes, there is a huge scheduling conspiracy. The Broncos have the hardest schedule in the NFL again, and the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots have one of the easiest again. Why is this a conspiracy? Well, it happens every year. Also, the Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders have the 4 toughest schedules in the league. That makes sense. The AFC West is a strong division, and they are playing the NFC East, which was a strong division last year. However, the Bills, Jets, and Dolphins all have very tough schedules. The AFC East collectively has a tough schedule, except for the New England Patriots. Magically, the Pats have a significantly easier road ahead of them than all their AFC East rivals. Is this simply because Miami, Buffalo, and New York have to play the Pats twice? Or is it the Illuminati? That's good, Broncos. This episode is sponsored by CWHemp.com. Go there, use my promo code That's Good to get 10% off of your Charlotte's Web hemp oil. Charlotte's Web has helped me with inflammation issues in my back, sleeping, and growing taller. Just the first two. CWHemp.com. I'm not one of those people who gets excited about the schedule release for a couple reasons. First, the draft hasn't even happened yet, and I'm expected to go through this and tell you which games the Broncos will win? They're not even done building their team for 2017 yet. It's like trying to predict the sex of my future child even though my wife's not pregnant. We're still figuring out how humans are supposedly even made. Second, coaching changes, injuries, and team strength, they vary every year. Right now, based on last year's record, the Broncos have the toughest schedule in the NFL. I would bet every dime I have, which is several thousand dimes, by the way, that the Broncos will not finish the season having had the toughest schedule. Training camp and preseason will be riddled with injuries. Surprise rises on the depth charts all over the league will happen. Those can change the fate of every team in the NFL, and we all know, unless it's the Patriots, the teams that will be great, good, average, and bad change every goddamn season. But I need to sit here and make impossible guesses about the Broncos' record for 2017? Are you kidding me? No, you're not, and you're lucky because I'm up for the challenge. The season opens on a Monday night at 8:20 Mountain Time. Yeah, that's late. Here in Denver against the Los Angeles Chargers. How popular are the Chargers in LA already? Guess they're sold out of the Los Angeles Chargers shirts. Their shit is sold out everywhere. Both teams have new coaching staffs. Denver has the better defense. San Diego has the proven QB, and I do like their new defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley. But the Broncos win at home to start the season 24-17. That's right, I'm going to predict the score for every game. What other analysts do that? None of them, because they're cowards. Week 2 is against the Romo-less Cowboys here in Denver. Broncos win. Trevor Siemian throws 8 touchdowns to break their single game record, 600 yards through the air, and rushes for 80 with the TD. Just like when Manning and Romo played in 2013, this will be a shootout, but Denver will win 63-56. What do you know? The Broncos start 2-0. Then the Broncos play at Buffalo. They win that game 3-0 because players can't stop tripping over the dildos being tossed all over the field. Then they beat the Raiders at home 6-0. The Broncos are 4-0, but the offense hasn't scored a touchdown since that high-scoring Cowboys game. That's okay because they have a bye week to regroup. That's where all the players buy the new head coach some nice shoes or gift cards to his favorite store, probably not Bass Pro Shop. October 15th, Eli Manning and the Giants are in town for a Sunday night primetime game. The Broncos beat the Giants 21-0 as Siemian throws 3 touchdowns, all to eligible lineman Ty Sambrailo, who becomes a lineman tight end hybrid for the season. Spoiler alert, Ty Sambrailo will finish 2017 having more touchdown catches than any other tight end in the game. Then the Broncos head to LA to play football in a soccer stadium, which oddly enough is what happens in soccer stadiums every day. football. San Diego loses 38-0, and Brandon McManus kicks a 65-yard field goal, soccer style, to set an NFL record. At this point, the Broncos are rolling, and they're 6-0. Denver heads to Kansas City in the middle of a 3 road game stretch to play primetime Monday Night Football against Alex Smith, and get this, the highest scoring offense in the NFL. But they are no match for the Broncos defense, who hasn't given up a single point since week 1. KC was averaging 32 points per game until Denver came to town and shut them out. Broncos win 18-0 behind 6 McManus Gooch Blasters. The Broncos wrap up their road trip at Philadelphia. Carson Wentz has to sit this game out because of diarrhea. He ate bad Chinese tacos the night before, and now he paid the ultimate price. The Broncos defense picks off Nick Foles 3 times, all for pick sixes, 1 to Roby, 1 to Talib, and 1 to Justin Simmons. Yeah, Trevor Siemian rushes for 2 touchdowns, and Denver is 8-0. Good news for Philadelphia, though. Wentz bounces back and throws 4 touchdowns the following week against whoever they play. And then yes, the Patriots come to town for primetime Sunday Night Football. And the Broncos, they BF FYTB into submission. The Patriots were undefeated until this game. Denver not only wins 35-0, but Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Julian Edelman, and Bill Belichick all suffer career-ending injuries, all at the hand of Aqib Talib. And all were legal hits, by the way. Belichick was just an innocent bystander on the sideline who unfortunately tears his sphincter when Talib is tackling Jimmy Garoppolo on the sideline. And yes, Garoppolo was not traded to Cleveland, as the Browns managed to nab Kirk Cousins in a trade during the draft. Denver is 9-0. They beat the Bengals, Raiders, and Dolphins, all by a score of 10-0. Nobody can figure out this Broncos team, but they are 12-0 at this point. The New York Jets are in town. Who will be their quarterback? Shocker, it's Paxton Lynch! You heard me right. Paxton Lynch, who Elway trades to the Jets after Siemian throws those 8 touchdowns in a single game. The Broncos get Big Dick Decker back. Yes, welcome back Eric Decker, plus a 2nd rounder for Lynch. Things are looking up. But hold the phone, Paxton Lynch throws 4 touchdowns because the no-fly zone got way too drunk the night before that game.
Nah, he need a lot of Budweiser like the he said. That's what he need.
And the Broncos lose to Paxton. Elway starts to regret his decision, as Siemian has the worst game of his career, throwing 5 picks. The Broncos have to play Andrew Luck and the Colts in Indy. Siemian bounces back, throws 0 interceptions, 4 touchdowns for 400 yards. Andrew Luck wishes he was as good as Trevor Siemian, and the Broncos defense quits drinking, returns to its shutout form, allowing Indy to score 0 points. 14-1, and the Denver defense has given up a total of 5 touchdowns to the 2017 season. They will finish that year allowing fewer points than any defense in NFL history. This is a great season, everybody. The final 2 games for the Broncos are wins, despite the fact that they don't matter, as Denver already clinched home field advantage and a first-round bye. The Washington Redskins, for some reason, lose badly, as their quarterback is Colt McCoy, who said he was going to make the Broncos pay for not drafting him way back when. Siemian rests most of that game after throwing 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, and we all get a look at Broncos' 7th round selection, former CU Buff Cephalufau. He takes a pounding, doesn't throw particularly well, but leads the team to victory over Washington, and again in the finale against Kansas City. Buckle up, everybody. This is a wild ride. The Broncos finish 15-1 after losing to Paxton Lynch and the Jets, but are bounced. That's right, they're bounced in the first round of the playoffs, unfortunately, to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who go on to win the Super Bowl behind a shared MVP performance by Malik Jackson and Calais Campbell, who each have 6 sacks in the big game against the Atlanta Falcons, who choke again in the 4th quarter. That's your Broncos 2017 in a nutshell. Sorry, it will be amazing during the regular season. CJ Bash, Mandersonic will rush for 1,500 yards. McManus will make every single field goal attempt, and Siemian will be the MVP. But we have heartbreak in the playoffs with the familiar sting of a loss to the overperforming Jaguars with their new Vice President of Football Operations, Tom Coughlin. Tom Coughlin in Jacksonville is a bad omen for the Broncos. Sorry, but it's fucking true. But silver lining, it sets up back-to-back Super Bowl wins the following 2 seasons for the Broncos. agree or agree with me here. One thing is certain. No one predicting this shit right now will be correct. So let's just go fucking nuts with it, right? Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Make sure you subscribe here. Give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. Please, Jesus, to the love of Mary and my mother, follow me on Twitter. CWHemp.com, promo code That's Good. You'll get 10% off your order unless you don't do it.